All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, it is Coach Tuka, your encouragement and inspiration authority, your accountability bestie. And listen, if you are a busy woman who has been feeling like distractions or not being able to get focused is causing you to be completely exhausted, all right? This live today, this video is for you, okay? Today, I want to keep it 100 and I want to share with you what I know for sure to be true about why the world is designed to keep you feeling like you are pulled in a gazillion and one directions. All right. The world is designed to keep you distracted. And I'm going to show you today how to take back control of your time, your energy, and most importantly, your focus. Like, I get to coach a lot of people. And one of the things I keep hearing people say is, I don't know why it's difficult for me to start something and stick with it. I just can't seem to get myself focused. All right. So I want to help you get on track with that tonight. So the first thing I want to tell you is I'm wanting to know, let me know in the comments if you knew this already. Did you know that the average person spends over 2 hours a day? 2 hours a day. That's 14 hours a week. All right. That's almost a full month that you lose every year distracted. Okay. A full month that you use. So it's not just like the distractions are just a bad habit that you have. They are literally built into the world around you. But I got good news. And the good news is you can be free. You don't have to succumb to all the distractions that the world has created for you. You don't have to succumb to those. All right. So the first thing I want to do is talk about what nobody ever really tells you. And unless you know these things, you will deal with your inability to focus like, I just need to be stronger. I just need to do better. And I want to say you just don't have the right information. Like, the world was built to hopefully keep you distracted. Sound like a trick of the enemy to me. But these apps that we love to be on, these social media apps, are full of notifications. All right. So even like the apps on social media, your email notifications, your phone calls, your text messages, all these things in your environment are designed. The world is super duper noisy. All right. So they are designed to constantly pull your attention in multiple directions. Did you know that the longer you stay on social media scrolling, the more their pockets are in hands? Their pockets profit the longer you scroll. So why wouldn't these apps be designed in a way that would keep you scrolling, right? So the notifications are intended to interrupt you, all right, trick the enemy, and leave you dependent on these apps and these gadgets and this technology. And another thing, multitasking. Some of us, and I was guilty of this, like in my 20s, on all of my resumes from when I was, in my 20s, I would say I'm an excellent multitasker because I thought it sounded great. Okay. It sounded like you ought to hire her right now, today. She should be here. Okay. So we glorified our ability to multitask, but literally it's a lie. And it's literally the thing that is taking your energy away from you, trying to do more than one thing at a time. So you got all these things stacked against you. It's a setup, all right, that's going to leave you like constantly reacting to what's happening around you instead of being proactive and in control. So this is the reason why, in short, the reason why I'm telling you this is the reason why so many of us close out our day. The day comes to an end and we feel like, I'm not lazy. Okay. I didn't waste the day. I didn't take naps all day and watch my favorite Netflix show and eat ice cream. I was up. I was doing things. Okay. I was getting things done. We worked hard, but when we look at it, there's no fruit. We can't say there's any fruit that's been created from what we did that day. We didn't produce anything of value. All right. And so this is the reason why this happens to so many of us. The world is designed against us. All right. So let's talk through some of these notifications. I want you to pay attention going forward from today forward. How many notifications you get in a day on your phone? If you have an iPhone, I know for a fact that they have a little summary that they will give you every single week to tell you how many times you picked up your phone and how many notifications you got. So even a little ding, there's a little ding, that little ping that's like ding that we can't help but look at. It can still, you ever got a ding and you're like, let me just, we tell ourselves the let me check lie. And it's like, let me just check this thing real quick. It's a lie because 20 minutes later, you're still with the phone in your hand and distracted from what it was that you were supposed to be doing. These algorithms on social media are created. They put lots of money into research for how can I make you lose track of your time, your tasks, and keep you addicted to scrolling. So I want to say it's not your fault. After this is going to be that you wake up or you pick up your phone instinctively. Some of us roll over, immediately grab it. We're on Instagram before we say, thank you, Lord, for a brand new day. All right. These systems were designed. So if you're going to engage, you have to understand that they were literally designed to hold your attention. Also, it could be your physical space. If you're operating in a space that's cluttered, you got stacks of stuff here and there and everywhere, or it's noisy, it's going to make it harder for you to stay on track. A lot of us think that I could listen to, I don't know. I listen to music sometimes when I'm working out, but I think I can work in this environment or this coffee shop or do all these things. Nope, it's full of distractions. The world is designed, okay? These are carefully designed distractions that are meant to knock you off your game, okay? And keep you from really locking in and being able to focus long enough to get the things done that you say matter the most. You said 2025, New Year, me. I heard a lot of thrives in 25. A lot of us said we thriving in 25. New Year, new me. I'm going to start that business. I'm going to get my health in order. I'm going to improve my marriage. I'm going to become a better parent. I'm going to be a better friend. I'm going to save my money. We say all of these things to ourselves. And so the distractions aren't just about losing time. It's not the fact that you lost a whole month out of the year dealing with these distractions. But this is the thing that hit me hard. It's not just about the time. Your mental health and your ability to produce are affected. So every time you're working on something and you switch to another task or another thing, and you think you are multitasking, you lying to you, okay? Because what you do is you leave behind what it's called attention residue. Write it down. Attention residue just means that there's a part of your mind or your brain or your mental energy that's stuck on the last thing that you were doing. So it makes it harder for you to focus on what you are now doing. So because of that, you're more stressed because you have all these things. It's just building. So the stress is going to make you less productive. Then you're going to be mentally tired at the end of the day, even if you haven't really done anything in the course of the day. So this is why you feel like I'm busy. So are you busy? Are you productive? All right. Because you could be busy, but you could be doing things that will never really get you there. So the objective is to really take control of your focus, to say, I will not surrender my focus to these algorithms, to these social media apps, to the people around me, to these notifications on my phone, to these emails, to all of the things that distract you. So the first thing I want you to do so that you can get out of this, so you can take back the control, because you can decide, I run this, okay? So the first thing you got to do is to tell yourself the honest to goodness truth. You have to be honest with yourself. And you have to say, I literally was coaching somebody today, and she said, one of my mentees said, I'm really struggling because I'm spending a lot of time, more time than I probably should, more time than I would like, and I'm having difficulty controlling it. I am on Facebook. So I was like, first of all, let's go. Okay. Thank you for being honest with us and you. So you got to be honest with yourself. Is it your social media? Is it the distractions or the notifications from your phone? Is it that you think you are a super duper multitasker? So you're trying to do all the things at one time? Write them down. Write down what are your top three things that are distracting you. Okay. Be honest with yourself and write them down so you know straight out the gate. This is just making you aware of what you are dealing with. The next thing I want you to do is to turn off all non-essential notifications, all notifications that you do not have to deal with. You don't really need to know if somebody liked your post. You don't really need to know that. That's not an essential notification. You don't necessarily need to know if somebody sent you an email. So When you turn off these non-essential notifications, you are creating a boundary that says, I will not allow these little dings to distract me throughout the day. All right. The next thing I want you to do is start to set like 15 minutes. Don't go big. I saw somebody the other day did a 2-hour sprint. I would lose every single time doing a 2-hour focus sprint. Okay. So I just want you to take 15 minutes. All right. Start small and just say for 15 minutes, I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb. And I'm going to make the commitment that I'm going to work on one thing. I won't let anything distract me. I won't let anything interrupt me. I know you think your children need you, and they do, but they can make it for 15 minutes. All right. So I want you to set a 15-minute timer and say, I will work uninterrupted and focus for just 15 minutes. Okay. While you're doing this, though, I want you to make sure that the space that you're working in is cleaned off and ready to go. Because as soon as you sit down and start trying to do all these things and you got clutters of paper, you're going to look over and be like, oh man, I meant to pay this bill. I meant to pay this bill. I forgot. And it's going to, so you got to get the clutter out the notifications, but also out of your physical space. So even if it's your desk that has the clutter, sometimes it's our phone home screen. The clearer the space, the clearer your mind is going to be. All right. So then I want you to plan tomorrow. You can start this tonight before you go to bed. Really quick, just jot down the top 3 things, top 3 priorities that you want to get done tomorrow. I call them MITs, your most important tasks. Now, there are some things these are things that are like move the needle. You said you wanted to grow in your faith. You said you wanted to work on your health. So make it in the areas that mean the most to you. All right. When you start the day with a plan. So already today, I was literally just talking to somebody and I had my 3 things written and she gave me one more thing and I said, let me add it. That's going to be my number 4. So all I'm going to do is take these and move them into my planner. So already tonight, before I close my eyes, I know that if I don't do anything else tomorrow, these are the 4 things that I got to make sure these are my most important tasks. So start the night. A good day starts the night before. So you want to start the day in a focused way where you already know what it is that needs to be done that day. When you have a target, when distractions hit you, you can start to pivot a little bit. You can say, you know what? I know that happened, this little hiccup, because life don't life. Okay, but I know I got to move this around so that I can do this because these are my targets for the day. So I'll talk about that a different day, how we're waking up with no targets and just, baby, letting the day happen to us. All right. So plan your tomorrow tonight. All right. Before you close your eyes. So here is the honest to goodness truth. Distractions are everywhere. Yes, they are. Okay. The world is not designed for you to remain. It's not designed for you to remain focused. And you're thinking, if I could just be stronger, have more willpower, I can do better. I want you to be aware that the distractions are there, but I want you to come from a place of power where you say, oh yeah, the world is designed for me to be distracted, but I don't have to allow it to control my life. All right. So start small with these little bitty. I didn't ask you to do anything major. These small intentional actions are going to help you start to focus in a way that you really will thrive in 2025. You really will make this the best year ever. You really will start to achieve the goals that you said that you wanted to achieve. So I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me, what are the biggest distractions? Tell me and tell you. What are the biggest distractions that you face on a regular basis? And how does it really get in the way of your ability to focus? You could tell me in the comments. And like I said, today, you're going to tell me, you're going to get clear on what are the top 3 distractions. You're going to commit to a 15-minute block and you're going to plan tomorrow today in a clean, clutter-free space. So if you want, more support, we are doing this every single day as a family in my free Ready, Set, Habits wellness community. And if you want to be a part of that, then just go to www.readysethabits. Okay, because we change these little bitty habits, one small habit at a time. We don't overhaul our lives. We make small, consistent, sustainable changes that we can keep up and absolutely change our life. We work together over there so that we can manage our times. We learn how to manage our time. We learn how to set boundaries and we learn how to make ourselves the priority. And we don't feel no kind of bad about it because everybody who needs us get the best version of us because we learn how to say no to some things we've been saying yes to. So you don't have to do this by yourself. We in this together. So I absolutely love you to life. And I pray that something that I said today was of value to you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Do not forget www.readysethabits.com. I'll see you tomorrow.